Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base and position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Here's Richardson throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP. Anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Off the play fake, Webster. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Off play action, Webster. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Richardson on first down. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Miami.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this, they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 91 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Webster. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Got an open man. It's Scott. And he's brought down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Looking to throw. Webster. Open man here is Scott. Complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down at the 28. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will will have a Patriots first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Webster finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown. And the Patriots are back within a score. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic, just get moving.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see. They can disrupt it here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Webster. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Miami. I don't think the coverage was the problem. The coverage was pretty good.
The coverage was excellent, but what quarterbacks love to do, if they see the head of the defender away from the line of scrimmage, like if they see the back of his helmet, they throw the football to the receiver with the understanding he'll make a play on the ball a little bit quicker than the defensive back can recover.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. New England's offense set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DB. On the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Webster. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And
he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He finds his man complete. It's Price. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down. Webster, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now here's a throw that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, Webster. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, 2nd quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1.
And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. Both players had a shot at getting the football there. Just seemed like he wanted it more.
And able to react a little bit quicker because he understood what the route was. He understood the timing of when the quarterback might throw the football. The defensive backs off in a half-second.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On 1st and 10, Webster. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down, Webster. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Webster. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout. They pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Saints off to an ideal start as they move to 2-0 with a road victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners last week defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Webster firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and 2, Webster, he finds his man, complete. That's Price. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Webster. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll buy some time, and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So now here come the Dolphins. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw is Richardson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Richardson. He's going to let it go again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Webster. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Webster. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Webster. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On the give, this is their fullback. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further. Than that. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And Davis contend just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Webster. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a throw here, hauled in. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep, And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking to throw on second down. Webster. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. From the gun on third down. Webster. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Looking to throw. Webster. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now. The lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.